Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So, how can I say this? How do I want to start this? So I'm using my Worf doll. And I'm using my Worf doll today. I've replaced Picard because I kind of want to get a point. And I like Worf being there to make this point. I like Star Trek's point of view in dealing with other cultures and species. So, from a Star Trek point of view, human beings are relative to other species in the cosmos. That's the way to look at it. We're just relative. We're not better. We're not worse. Now, it takes it a step, if you deconstruct it a little bit more, into looking at societies themselves. And looking at those things is just, well, these societies are relative. There's certain factors that go into how people evolve, and how people evolve in that society makes these people, in many respects, who these people are. And I say this to say, the Federation's beliefs, from their standpoint, is not better or worse than the species to which they come across. Picard understands that there are going to be certain races that have certain religious beliefs, certain races that have certain dogmas or ideologies. That's their workable point of view. And he also understands that human beings have a workable point of view also. That we are not the default, if that makes sense. From our standpoint, we consider ourselves the default because this is our point of view. Now, I say that again to say when that's taken from the cosmos and taken from these high-minded ideals of the Federation into our current day reality, I think the point of view needs to be somewhat of the same. We, as a society, have certain beliefs, ideas. There's certain things and dogmas that we ourselves have taken to be true, that we have a certain workable point of view in regards to dealing with everything else around us. Every other nation is the same in that. Now, we may say some nations are better or worse, but that's purely from our idea of the world. That's us weighing these things, considering ourselves the default and saying, okay, compared to me and compared to what I myself believe, compared to what my culture has driven down into me, how do I weigh this as being good or bad? Now, it's one thing for us to say, okay, we accept that these other cultures are going to have different ways of looking at the world. They're going to have a different workable point of view. I can respect that workable point of view, and I have nothing, no bad feelings about that particular nation or whatever. Fair enough. It's your choice, and take choice out of it. It's cultural norms. Let's just say cultural norms. Those things are different. Me having a certain cultural norm in this country, I may accept or reject that cultural norm, but I can compare that to somewhere else. I have no power over somewhere else. Whatever those norms are, that's their business. I have no power over that. That society works itself out in the way that society works itself out. But when you come to these shores, well, that's different. That's different. I'm going to read part of this article. And right here. Paramount Pictures is reconsidering the UK release of a Bollywood blockbuster after Hindu extremists threatened to burn down cinemas. Across India, there have been numerous protests against Padmavati after baseless rumors spread that the film depicts a Hindu queen, Padmini, sharing an intimate moment with a Muslim king. The filmmakers have denied the existence of such a scene. Essentially, it doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. However, the film's leading actor, Deepak Padukone, I'm sorry, I murdered that name, continued to receive death threats. India's governing BJP party offering to pay 1.5 million bounty to anyone who will behead Padukone and director Sanjay Leela Bhansali. With Padmavati's initial set to reach UK on December 1st, the British Board of Film Classifications issued a certification for the film. The London-based Hindu charity Rajaput Samaja, sorry, these names, UK has since declared opposition to the certification, saying it would hold a peaceful protest over the apparent historic inaccuracies. You do that. You do that. You do that. Yeah, you do that. Look, I can respect any particular country, any particular religion, and I can do it from a distance. If I'm traveling in a country that is somewhat dogmatic and pursuant to their religious beliefs, then yeah, I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm in their country. I understand that I'm in their country. I understand I don't hold sway. My own values, my own ideas are not the bee's knees in this particular country. I get that. I'm stuck with that. It is what it is. I'm judging this country based on my own value system. Fair enough. Fair enough. When I was traveling through Egypt, when I was traveling through areas of Palestine, I accepted it. Fair enough. You're in Britain. You're in Britain. Britain, your religious dogma doesn't apply here. It doesn't apply. No, I don't live in Britain. I'm just kind of making this point that if you're talking about America or Britain, that doesn't apply. You can have bad feelings all you want. That's a sad day. I'm sorry. Get over it. Get over it. This is not your country in this way. Like, this country does not have this inhibition of art based upon religious dogma. That is not the country. You're in the wrong country. You're in the wrong country. So my workable point of view is that ultimately that picture should be released. If you're talking about Britain, if you're talking about America, that picture should be released. I'd say that picture should be released anywhere, but I full well understand that other countries have different dogmas and cultures and religious beliefs, and that something may not necessarily go over in a particular country that I am perfectly okay with and goes over here. We struggle to change the things we don't like in our countries. Meaning, no, my country is not going to have my vision of the world overnight. But there are certain ideals that I would say this country, and I would argue that Britain has, with regards to art and expression. And inhibition is not one of them. Particularly for something that's some kind of religious thing. Something that doesn't likely exist. Not to mention, it's not even in the picture. It's not even real. It's not even real. So yes, sad day for you. Paramount, you should release that picture. Britain, you should protect your theaters. Even if you just want to make a point, you should protect your theaters. That is a horrible precedent to set. If some religious dogma keeps you from releasing a movie, that is embarrassing. Release that film. Britain, protect your theaters. Hold the line in regards to expression. I mean, because come on, man. You can't. What does this mean? Any film that triggers somebody's religious beliefs. Oh, you've hurt my religious feelings. It's like, come on. You're in the wrong country. You're in the wrong country. So, yeah, get over it. Get over it. Alright, guys. If you enjoy the content, feel free to share, like, subscribe, and of course, you can always support the Patreon. The link is at the bottom. It's in an independent. I was about to do a live feed, and I saw this and annoyed the shit out of me. You can respect somebody else's religion. That's perfectly fine, well and good. But I don't have to adopt it. And I'm always curious about it. It's almost like, if you believe this stuff that much, why do you care what somebody else thinks? Why do you care? It's almost like you don't believe it enough. Like you need to get enough people to believe that particular thing. And if you get enough people, you can have enough faith in your own belief that you don't. Look, I don't know. I don't care. You're in the wrong country. That's my point. You're in the wrong country. If you're back in your country and your country makes some law saying you can't do something like that, fair enough. I am unaware of that law in Britain. I am certainly unaware of that law in the United States. Thanks, guys.